The UK's decision to leave the European Union will have deep implications around the world beyond the financial markets. As a result of the vote, British Prime Minister David Cameron says he will resign this fall. Other world leaders are weighing in. And what are the implications for the U.S.? After all, many of the same political instincts and opinions that caused Brits to head to the Brexit are fueling politics here in the U.S. Concerns about mass and uncontrolled immigration, concerns about globalism and trade deals that might sell out the middle class, concerns about an elite ruling party that is out of touch with the very people they're supposed to be governing. Let's go to London now and bring in CNN senior international correspondent Clarissa Ward. Clarissa, how much were world leaders caught off guard by this vote?
Well, Jake, this is what's so incredible. The polls were always very close. Intellectually, people understood, world leaders knew that there was a very real chance that the United Kingdom would opt to leave the European Union. But at the same time, there was just this underlying assumption that somehow the establishment would prevail. And when you walked around the streets of London today and talked to people, the words you heard over and over again: stunning, shocking, historic, momentous. This country, and indeed everyone in the world, woke up to the very profound revelation that Britain is a deeply divided country, and now everybody is asking themselves the same question, Jake, which is, what comes next? It is the biggest shock in the history of modern British politics, and possibly one of the greatest political miscalculations ever made. Early on Friday morning, Britain voted to leave the EU.
The total number of votes cast in favour of Remain was 16,141,241. The total number of votes cast in favour of Leave was 17,410,742. This means that the UK has voted to leave the European Union.
Hours later, the Prime Minister announced he would resign.
I think the country requires fresh leadership to take it in this direction.
The people who masterminded the Leave campaign were quick to praise the Prime Minister, but are convinced that their approach is the correct one.
There is simply no need in the 21st century to be part of a federal system of government based in Brussels that is imitated nowhere else on earth. It was a noble idea for its time. It is no longer right for this country.
Londoners didn't appear to welcome Johnson's role in the campaign, yet there is much speculation that he will stand for Prime Minister. While some celebrated the way the counts unfolded, the result provoked widespread concern about the state of the economy and general confusion about what the future holds. President Obama, an early supporter of remaining in the EU, said in a statement that the people have spoken.
While the UK's relationship with the EU will change, one thing that will not change is the special relationship that exists between our two nations. That will endure. The EU will remain one of our indispensable partners.
The vote divided Britain. People in Scotland, Northern Ireland, and London wanted in. Everyone else wanted out. Immigration was the primary issue on the campaign.
Let June the 23rd go down in our history as our Independence Day.
How these differences are reconciled and what role Britain will now have on the world stage are issues that will likely take years to resolve. Now, in terms of what comes next, Prime Minister David Cameron has said that he will not implement the article himself that would begin the process of Britain extricating itself from the EU. That will fall to a new Brexit government that will largely be expected to be formed by the fall. That could take months, and from there, it's at least another 2 years. So this is going to take some time, Jake, for the EU and Britain to hash out. But of course, the concern for Europe is that the contagion will spread, that Pandora's box has now been opened, and that other European countries will also look to leave the Union, Jake.
All right, Clarissa Ward, thank you so much.